Well, hello there everyone, and welcome to my kitchen where I have made these special little treats, chocolate eclairs. So, have you ever wanted to make perfect eclairs at home? Well, today is your lucky day, so get ready because you're gonna feel like a fancy French pastry chef. We're gonna roll up our sleeves and I'm gonna show you how to tackle choux pastry, also known as pate. And choux pastry is used in classic profiteroles, aka cream puffs, eclairs, and various other French names that I cannot pronounce. It is a light and airy, crispy pastry shell that can be filled with a wide variety of delicious fillings. All right, guys, so are you ready? Because it's time to cook, right? So let's get started. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna walk you through step by step in how to make this choux pastry for our chocolate eclairs. And as you can see here, it does not use that many ingredients. Now it can be a little technical, but don't let that scare you. If you follow my instructions, I promise you, you will be just fine. So let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is go over these ingredients with you. So here's what you will need. 1 cup of water, 1 stick of unsalted butter, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then 4 large eggs. To a medium size sauce pot, I'm going to add my butter and I'm going to add the water. And I'm going to let this cook until it comes up to a boil and that butter is melted. All right, so as you can see here, the butter is melted. It is starting to boil. I've got my heat on a medium low heat, and now I'm going to add my flour, and we want to mix continuously. Also going to add the salt. All right, and you just want to mix until this dough pulls away from the sides of the bowl. As you can see, it is already starting to do that. All right, so my dough is done. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add it to a separate bowl. I'm just gonna give it a stir just to try to cool it down a little bit before we add our eggs. We don't want scrambled eggs into our dough mixture. Okay, so I think that's good. I think my dough is cooled down enough. So now I'm going to add the eggs, and I'm going to add them one at a time, mixing vigorously after I add each egg. So start with the 1 egg, and then mix, mix, mix. Now, when you first add that egg, your mixture is gonna look slimy and it's gonna looks like it's separating, but just keep mixing. It'll all blend together. All right, see, as you can see, it kind of looks slimy and it's like it's all separated. We'll just keep mixing. It'll all come together. There you go, see? It's all coming together. So there are many recipes out there, many articles on how to make choux pastry. This recipe has never let me down. It's always been the perfect consistency. So it's like a tried and true, foolproof choux pastry. So just gonna throw that out there. All right, so now what I have here is a piping bag. And I got these bags at Walmart in the cake decorating section. You can use a Ziploc bag. You don't have to have a pastry bag. I cut the corner off and then I put this tip on. You can just do it with a hole in the bag. You don't have to have a decorating tip. I'm going to place my bag though in a large cup and I'm going to fold it down over the cup. This just helps kind of support that bag as you put your dough mixture into your bag. And that's what I'm going to do now. All right, so I have my baking sheet here with some parchment paper. Now I'm just going to pipe some lines to make my eclairs. Now if you were going to make cream puffs, you would just pipe little circles, but I'm making eclairs today. And I am taking my finger in a little bit of water and I'm just pushing the other end where the piping kind of makes a point. We want to smooth that down. See, the piping bag makes a little point. Take some water and just kind of push that down, just like that. All right, so my eclairs are all piped onto my baking sheets. Now I'm going to put them into a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes until they're golden brown. I'm gonna keep my eye on them. So my timer just went off. I'm gonna turn my oven off. And look at these. Beautiful, beautiful eclairs. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a toothpick and I'm just going to prick some holes all along the eclairs here. And then I'm going to put them back in my oven that I have turned off and just let them sit in there and kind of dry out for about 10 minutes. This will allow the steam to escape. All right, so back in the oven they go. I'm gonna take a spoon so I can crack my oven a little bit. Just like that. Okay, so after you have let your eclairs sit in a turned off oven for 10 minutes, then you're going to want to let them cool. So I'm placing them on a cooling rack here. We'll let them cool completely before you fill them. All right, guys, so my eclairs are cooled and I have a little station set up here. The first thing that I'm going to do is I have another piping bag and I have a filling tip. This will help to fill the eclairs with the delicious custard that I made. Again, if you don't have one of these or you cannot find these, you can take a Ziploc bag and you can do it without this. This just makes it a little bit easier. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place my bag into a cup, fold the bag down. Now this custard that I made, I will have the recipe in the description box below. I have a video on cream pies, custard, filling, puddings. I'll give you a link to that as well. And that will kind of walk you through step by step in how to make this. You do not have to make your own pastry cream. You can use a box of instant pudding, vanilla, chocolate, whatever you want to fill these. I would just recommend that if you do use instant pudding, that you use a little bit less milk and make your pudding thicker. That will stay in your eclairs better. You don't want it too thin or it'll just seep out. So I'm going to take this custard and I'm going to put it in this baggie or piping bag. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is make some chocolate ganache to dip the eclairs in. And what I have here is a 3.5 ounce bar of a dark chocolate and 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I'm going to pop this heavy cream in the microwave so it gets nice and hot and then pour it over my chocolate. All right, I'm going to pour my hot heavy cream over my chocolate. I'm going to let this sit for a couple minutes to give that chocolate some time to melt. All right, so I've got everything ready. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these. Just put that tip inside and fill with the cream. Might have to go in on both sides there. All right, Then you'll take your eclair and you're going to dip it in the chocolate. Just like that, and then set it on a cooling rack to dry. Oh, just look how beautiful. What a beautiful plate. Chocolate eclairs. Oh my goodness. I hope that you guys take the time to try to make these. They are so, so delicious. I'm gonna cut into one and show you what it looks like on the inside. Truth. It has been a while since I have made chocolate eclairs, so I am so excited. Oh yeah. The thing I love about chocolate eclairs is they're not overly sweet. The pastry shell doesn't have any sugar in it at all. It's just that custard and then the dark chocolate on top. All right, well, I hope that you enjoyed seeing just how to make the chocolate eclairs and give them a try. You will not be sorry. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and I will see you soon with more delicious recipes.